Hi there, it's Riikka Kovasin here with another video for WoW embossing powders. This time I'm using embossing powders to create a marble kind of look. I'm using them 3 ways, but the technique is always the same. First, I'm making a big background using this technique. So what I'm doing, I'm just sprinkling different colors of embossing powder on top of a white cardstock. There is no embossing ink or anything in the cardstock, so that's why I'm using baking paper to keep the powders from flying away. Naturally, you will need a paper that will handle the heat, so baking paper is perfect. As there's quite a thick layer of powder, you will need some time to melt all of the little grains. So just take your time. The first go may not be perfect, but you can always layer. For example, I did 3 layers for my background eventually. When you heat the powders through the baking paper, they may go dull and not glossy. So in order to get them glossy, I can just heat them and the gloss will appear. You can use the same technique for embellishments too. This one is die cut piece of a coaster, and I'm again sprinkling the powders on top. Then the baking paper over and I start heating. For this one I used, as you could see, a heavier layer of powders all together, so I need just 1 layer. When all the powders have melted, I then take my acrylic block and press it down. With the bigger areas, I usually swipe across the area with the acrylic block, but as this was such a small space, I was afraid that all the powders would end up going over the embellishment itself, so that's why I just pressed down. Here I'm using the same technique as in the first one, but as you can see, the cardstock is a lot smaller because I'm going to use it for die cutting. But the procedure is the same. First, I'm sprinkling the powders on top and then heating them through the baking paper. Here you can see the swiping with the acrylic block a little bit better. First, I melt the powders, then I take the acrylic block and swipe it through the melted powder so it causes lines to appear in a way that gives the marbled look. Then again, heating from the top to get that gloss effect again, and then I let the paper cool before die cutting it into words. I put a sheet of double-sided adhesive in the back, then die cut the words, and now I'm reheating the words so that the edge of the die cut will get rounded as the powder again melts. And here are all the marbled elements, the little words, the strawberry, and a background. As I'm doing 3 cards, I need to make another background, and for that I'm using layered heart stamp from WoW and platinum embossing powder. I'm creating kind of a pattern of my own, repeating the same heart over and over again, and then just melting the powder. Here's the first one of the cards almost done. I've adhered the die cut marbled words, added some Dymo Junior strips there, and now I'm adding a heart. Again, it's the same stamp set, layered hearts, and this time I used a different heart stamp from the set and embossed it using platinum and Judith's blush. I got the hearts loose and then include them in almost all of my cards. Here's another one. There is the marbled background and I'm adding a Tim Holtz paper doll on top. She will be holding one of the hearts. To make the character pop out a little bit more from the background, I add a piece of red cardstock behind her. Then the text with the Dymo again, kind of keeping the set cohesive. And then moving on to the third one. There's the heart stamped background, the strawberry, which I made using the marble technique, and then a sentiment, which I stamped using Fruit for Thought stamp set. As a finishing touch, I added some paint splashes to two of the cards, the strawberry and the text version, and now I'm adding some sequins just to give that extra bling. When they are all done, I'm mounting them on top of pink cardstock. And here they all are, ready to be sent to friends or Valentines. Thank you for watching, I hope you enjoyed the video, and don't forget to subscribe. Bye bye!